Hello and welcome back to another episode of my football manager with Atlético Madrid. In today's episode, we are starting a new season, or actually, I have already played a few games during the transfer window. But we are starting here at the transfers page in Football Manager because I want to show you the business I have been doing in the transfer window for the next season. Um, as you can see here on the first page, Bayern Munich came in with an offer for Mason Greenwood of 62 million. That's a lot of money for Mason Greenwood, I think, but I rejected it as it came in the on the deadline day, basically. Um, but if we take a look at the transfer um, history, you can see here that I bought Xavi Simons in on a permanent deal from PSG. I paid 64 million euros for him, and he has been flying here in the first few games with 3 goals in 4 appearances. I'm very happy with that signing, of course. Um, Also, Mukele, as you know, he joined on a permanent after his loan deal last season, just to have some backup in the defense. Also, I bought in Brian Gill on a free transfer as a backup for the left wing, as Jeremy Duku. He went back to Manchester City after his loan spell, of course. Um, Also, Junior Roby assigned a youngster. I paid 20 million for him, and hopefully he can get some playing time when Gyökeres is tired, or just rotation wise. Yeah, I think he's a young guy for the future. Also, I have bought in Benoit Bachaville from Chelsea as a defender to really strengthen our defense even more than it was last season. Um, I paid 32 million for him. I think it's an okay deal. A little bit expensive, but I really needed an extra defender in case our team will run into some injuries or anything like that. Also, I bought in a backup left back to Patrick Dogu, or he is actually just straight up competition for the left back. He is quite good. I paid 80 million, 18 million for him. He have made 2 appearances so far. Um, Also, I loaned Facundo Benoit from Brighton as a backup for the right wing when where we normally will play Mason Greenwood, of course. Also, onboarding Conor Gallagher on a loan. He also plays for Atlético Madrid in real life, so I really like that deal. And I think he will be a nice cover in midfield when we need it. Um, so that is basically what we bought in for the next season. If we take a look at who have left the club, Santiago Mourinho, our rotation player from last season, have left for Juventus for 22 million. I think that was quite a good deal for us to let him go. Um, Also, I sold our backup goalkeeper Dolvan to Genoa. Um, he is not good enough to be our backup goalkeeper, if we are honest. So I get him out of the club. And he is actually also a backup goalkeeper for Genoa. That says a lot about him. Um, as well, Victor Grois has left the club on a loan to Sporting to get a lot more playing time that we can give him here at the club. Otherwise, a lot of the youngsters has been loaned out, of course. And I think we have also sold someone here. I guess, yeah, Suyunko has left for Real Sociedad on a permanent deal after being on loan the last season. Um, as well, I think, do we have anyone else leaving? Yeah, Alvaro Morata have joined Lens on a free deal. He's not good enough anymore to play at our club. Same with Lucas Verismo have joined Everton on a loan deal, and that's why we also bought in um, Benwood Bat as well to that backup defender, or actually in the starting 11. Um, if we take a look at how things have gone so far, we have won all our 4 La Liga games to start off the season. Um, a 1-0 win against Elche with a goal from Victor Gyökeres, a 4-2 win against Celta Vigo, where Samuel Omodorian came on from the bench and scored a goal for us. Obviously, a guy that has been on loan at Valencia last season. Um, Hopefully, he can play a role for us this season. A 2-0 victory against Zaragoza, where Juna Krubi scored his first goal as an Atlético Madrid player. Very nice to see him up and running. Also, a 2-0 victory against Las Palmas, where Xavi Simon scored 2 goals. So all we have 3 clean sheets and maximum points for the first 4 games. And today we will play another Liga game against Real Valladolid and a home game in the Champions League. Yes, we are finally back in the Champions League instead of Conference League. So this is going to be a huge episode. So please stick around for it. And in today's team for the Liga game is as following. We'll play with Gyökeres up front, with Mason Greenwood and Gil on the left wing, Xavi Simon, Zelensky, and Lorente in midfield, with Saki, the new left back, and Jimenez, Yoro, and Jan Cueto. That is how we're going to line up, and Conor Gallagher comes in on the bench. Hopefully he can make an appearance. But with all that said, let's jump right into. So actually, I want to show you the league table, if that will be possible. Here, so Real Madrid are basically just continuing their horrendous, actually, form of winning. They have won all their games with a goal difference of 15. Quite amazing. So we really need to be at our best if we want to challenge for that league title this season. But yeah, let's jump into our first game of this new season. I will give Conor Gallagher number 23. We have been playing quite well, so I hope we can continue that form and really show that we mean it this season. And Real Valladolid is a team that we need to beat every single time we face them if we want to win trophies. As we can see here, Real Valladolid is playing quite well at the start of the game, but here comes Jan Corito. Zelensky puts it out for a corner. Brian Dill puts it in, and very close to getting the first goal in this episode as Brian Dill gets the goal. But that is upside, unfortunately. Just thought that our free transfer is making an instant impact, but unfortunately not. Here, Brian Dill with a corner kick, and we get a goal. Leno Yodo, he continues his great form for us with a goal here from a corner. I am very pleased with seeing that. We are dominating today's game. It looks like it, as we should, of course. Can we get the league table up and running here? See Barcelona also winning their game, so not too much in terms of the league table. We can see here that Real Madrid is lining up very defensively, of course, but they will need to change that formation if they would like to get a goal or two. I think Patrick Dogu comes in here at the break. Actually, I like to switch the formation sometimes and play like this, a little bit more attacking as we want to score more goals. We have Samuel Nino is still injured actually, unfortunately. I want to rotate the squad a bit as we are going to play Champions League, where last season in the Conference League I could basically play the second team in those Conference League games. That is not the case with the Champions League. But here, Yodo gets his second goal of the game. He is absolutely crazy good for us, as you have noticed. Zelensky and Xavi Simon gets another goal. That is not upside. There is no way. Um, his, I think, fourth goal of the season. We are smashing Real Valladolid here. Have Molilla moving forward, and he give the ball away. Patrick Dogu wins it. Like out to Jimenez. Then to lose the ball again. Yeah, Valladolid are close to scoring, but they're doing all right to keep them from not scoring. That's I think we need to rest a Yodo on better battles will. Don't know how to say that name. I hope you guys can bear with me. Trigger Krelme comes in, and I think it's time to play Conor Gallagher. Get his first few minutes in an Atlético Madrid shirt in our save here. There are about 20 minutes left. Can we get another goal? Be nice if Gyökeres can get back to his scoring form. Doesn't look like it. But we are getting the 3 points, I'm quite sure. Hanging on to Real Madrid and Barcelona, which are the most important thing, of course. If we get a penalty here, that would be nice. No penalty, unfortunately. Yeah, Greenwood and Gyökeres are actually quite close to getting a goal there. But I think that's it for this game. Atletico Madrid, yes, we do get maximum points from this game as well. So we are really putting on the pressure in the league. So that's very nice to see. And another clean sheet. So we are doing quite well. But yeah, I will skip forward to the Tottenham game in the Champions League. See you guys in a minute. We are ready for our first Champions League game in a long time against Tottenham Hotspur. And we will line up as following. With Gyökeres up front, of course, Samuel Lino comes back in the starting 11 after a small injury. Mason Greenwood start as the right winger, the same as the last game in the midfield, and then Patrick Bogu starts instead of Bate Zaki. Um, but we are ready and we play at home, so I really do expect a good performance from our team against Tottenham Hotspur, who has a quite nice team, as we can see here. Quite similar to the real life, actually. Obviously, Heung-min Son and Asan Grego do not play there anymore, but it is kind of the same team. They have not done a lot of business, obviously, since they are playing with a team similar to real life. Um, but this is so exciting. Hopefully, we can get 3 points to start off our Champions League campaign. Let's encourage the boys here from the start of this game. We have Tottenham with the first highlight, and Son are very close to scoring there. Very nice, he didn't. Here we have a corner kick, and Leno Yodo. How many is he going to be our top scorer this season? That's so weird. He's scoring so many goals. Let's praise the boys. Um, Obviously, I will take it. That's nice to see. Can we get another goal here? Ball, but we win it. Jimenez, Patrick Dogu, Molino, Lente out to Jan Corretto, and we are leading 2-0 early on here in the game. Only 20 minutes played, and we are performing at our best in this game. It's so nice to see. Maybe this is going to be the season where we win either the league title or a Champions League trophy. That will be so nice. Obviously, Tottenham are still in this game, but we are dominating. Very close to getting a third goal there as well. Tottenham yet to have more than one shot on target as we lead 2-0 at the break. We made make any changes. I am not so sure I will do that. I don't think so. I will keep things as they are to really make sure that we will get this result here. Comes Tottenham and goes to getting a goal there from James Madison, of course. Son with a corner kick, and we headed away. That's nice with our very tall defenders back there. Wim Jimenez is not having his best game. Samuel Lino is injured again, so I will take him off. I'm sub on Brian Gill, the former Tottenham player, assigned on a free. Hopefully, can make them regret him leaving on a free transfer. Um, just make some slight changes here. I think Conor Gallagher also comes in, and that should be it. Let's continue, please. Hold on. Atlético Madrid here. Let's praise the team for this good performance. Patrick Dorgo and Mason Greenwood are very tired. Same with Xavi Simons. So actually, I will do something maybe a little bit risky going up to this. So more attacking formation. But Xavi Simons is tired, and I know that crew we can play that advanced playmaker role. Jan Kurito is also tired, so I think Mukiele comes in at that right wing back and get some play time. We have around 15 minutes left. Can we hold out and get 3 points in our opening game in the Champions League? That would be very nice. Obviously, Tottenham Hotspur have worked their way back into this game, as you can see on the stats, but we are holding out on our lead here. But Abdul Batabi gets a goal for Tottenham, but it is upside. So we are looking into a clean sheet, hopefully, when we are entering the extra time here. And we do get a clean sheet and 3 points to start off our Champions League campaign. I am very pleased with how the team has performed here. So that is very nice. 3 points and a perfect start to the season. We have won all our games, including all our friendlies. So things are looking very good. Um, Actually, I am a little bit curious about who actually have won the Champions League the last few years. So Paris Saint-Germain won it, then Milan have won it, and then Paris again. Paris are quite dominating, been in the final in 3 years in a row, so they're probably the favorites to win this competition again. But we're up to a great start. Hopefully, we can be competitive in the Champions League. Actually, I don't even know. Yeah, the board also want us to be competitive in the Champions League. Um, Actually, this like develop the best youth system in the country. I think that's very hard to achieve. As like the club is responsible for how good our youth system is. So yeah, but we will see. Very good start to the season here, and I think I will end the episode right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and see you guys in the next one.